In this video, I'm going to show you how you can merge the values from two different cells in one cell in Google Sheet. So for example, here I have a bunch of customer data. I have some first names, last names, genders, and I want to get the full name of the customer over here. So let's see how we can do that. So the final result that I want to see here is something like Emily Smith. Okay, so if that's what we want, let's see how we can do it. The easiest way to do that is use a concatenate function. So you can see that when you type concat, there are two things that show up. One is concat and the other one is concatenate. The concat function is only for two values. So let's see what happens if we use that. So let's say we want to concat, there is value 1, and then I'm going to do comma and add value 2, and let's see what happens. I see Emily Smith shows up here, but I actually want a space between Emily and Smith. So I cannot do that using concat function. I would instead have to use concatenate. Okay, and in concatenate what you can do is you can basically merge multiple strings together. So one string over here is Emily, the second string is Smith, but in between I also want to have a space. So let's see how we are going to do it. So I'm going to give it the first value, which is A2. Then I want some space in between. So I'm going to do a space over here, and I will have two of these little hyphens to kind of put that space in quotes. And then I'm going to select my third string. Well, it is third string because Emily is the first string, which is in cell A2. Then you have a little bit of space, and that space is basically your second string, and the third string is Smith. And let's see how it shows up. So now you have Emily space Smith, and that's how you are able to merge values in two different cells within one cell in Google Sheet. Now there's a whole lot more that we can do, and I'm going to show you that as well. What if you want to write a sentence? Let's say you want to write Emily Smith is a female customer. Now there are a whole bunch of different things that you want to write. So let's see. Let's say you want to write Emily Smith is a female customer. Now some of these are static, like whether someone is a male customer or a female customer, that's going to remain the same. So what are the static things here? So the string is static, and then the other static thing is the string customer. But then all the other things change. The first name, last name, and gender changes. So how you can do that is, let's try and do it for the second customer over here. So what I want to do is use concatenate. I'm going to put the first string, Raj. I am going to put in a little bit of space. So I would double quotes, space, so quotes, space, quotes, and then I want to have the last name over here, and then I want to write Isa. So I'm going to do the same thing. I will have just these double quotes, and I'll put Isa in between. Then I want to select the gender, and so I'll select gender, comma again, and then I'll add the string customer, and I also want a full stop over here. So I'm going to put customer, full stop, and then this, and see, Raj Patel is a male customer. So you see, it doesn't show up really well. So what I'm going to do is I want to have a space right before is. I also want to have a space after A. Let's see how, oh yeah, perfect. Okay, so Raj Patel is a male customer. So I also want some space just before customer. So I'm going to insert a space over here. And now the sentence looks good. And let's say I just copy and paste it across the board, the same formula, and I get the result for all of these rows over here. And similarly, if I just copy and paste this formula over here, I am getting the full name. So whatever, I'm going to call it a sentence. So yeah, this is it. This is how you can use concatenate function with different strings, and you can write any sentence. You can use some static and variables together in Google Sheet, and you've learned how to merge the values of multiple cells within one cell in Google Sheet. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much.